Everybody, welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play series. Lads, we are back and we are at our brilliant bloody house right here. You guys can see, we put this in the last episode, we had an amazing start and this thing is looking absolutely bloody superb, I gotta say so myself. Well, lads, what are we doing today? Well, first things first, lads, we gotta go through this absolutely amazing, hold up, get rid of that disgusting oxidization, and let's quickly go to bed. I'll tell you what though, everybody, this interior design that I did last episode, I am loving this, lads. I am actually loving this. This is looking so bloody nice. I don't know what I was going for when I built this, and I actually saw some of your guys' comments about what I should do with this build, and I think I definitely want to add some support stuff. But what are we actually doing this episode is, lads, I want to do a bit of something different. I want to do a bit of bloody treasure hunting. And you might ask yourself, lads, what the hell is bloody treasure hunting? Well, as you guys can see, we live out here on a very nice little ocean area, and I want to go ahead and explore and plunder the seven seas. So what we're gonna do is build ourselves a really nice little dock area, and we're gonna go get some bloody treasure. First things first though, I want to go ahead and actually add in some little support things for this. Now, first things first, everybody, we need to go ahead and get ourselves a crap ton of bloody wood, because I want to use some slabs for this. I want to kind of make it look like a bridge kind of arch thing. I'll show you what I mean. And while I'm out here, I also want to go ahead and get ourselves some leaves, because I have a little build idea for the dock that I want to do. I want to make this really fun to build, and actually a really interesting build. Oh my god, we got a bloody biggin tree. These things take forever. Alright, everybody, so we've got a bit of resources and stuff, but now we can finally start construction, and I also need to go ahead and chuck both our shears and our iron axe in our chest, because I want to put these in our little museum in the future, because obviously these are our first iron pickaxe and first shears. Because if you haven't watched the last episode, what I'm doing is I'm basically collecting all my original actual tools and stuff, because I think it'd be really cool to like set them up in a museum later. Alright though, how are we going to actually do this? Now, I'm thinking I was going to just bridge out to here. I think it may actually have to come from down here, go up like this. I think that's what it's going to do. Damn, I really wish I had scaffolding right now. Alright, so I've done this first, but let's just see what this actually looks like. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm too fond of that. Honestly, I'm actually not too fond of that. Alright, change of plan. What we're going to do, instead we're actually going to use fences, and we're going to do the original idea of going down and like out of the water. I think I'm going to go like that. You know what? I think that's a bit better. We could probably add some more detail later, like maybe stone brick once we get access to that, but I think that's alright for now. Also, I do want to say, everyone, actually just take a moment and just say how thankful I am for the last episode's support. You guys are absolutely amazing. The support on that episode, especially going into a new series, was so well. So I do want to say thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. Alright, what we're going to do, everyone, because I want it to kind of just seem like it's going in the water but not go all the way, I'm only going to go down and like kind of like how I did for that one, only a few blocks. And eventually I will actually make it go all the way down, but for now I think I'm going to keep it just like that. Alright, and let's do the same for these parts here. Alright, they are all done. Let's just see what it looks like. You know what? I think that is definitely an improvement. It adds just a little bit more depth to it, makes it look a bit better instead of it just being floating. So I do like that. But now, let's actually start construction, everybody, on building this new dock area. And I think it's going to be right over here. Now, for this dock, everyone, I've got a bit of an idea on what I want to do, but I'm not entirely sure. I kind of want to do something I haven't really done before. So I think I'm going to start it like here-ish. And I'm going to have a little side dock that goes out to here as well for like little boats. And then we'll have a bigger dock that goes out to here. I would also like to have a fishing area if that's possible, but I don't know how I'll go. I'll just go with this shape for now. But yeah, as you guys if you didn't see the last episode, what I want to do for the series is I want to try out new building types. Basically building in a more I guess you could say detailed manner, because in my other builds I don't really do that, but I want to really try to take a moment and take more time on my builds, live through them, if you know what I mean. Build them as if I'm painting in a way. I mentioned this last episode, but if you haven't watched it, then you know, there's your little tip. Wait, do copper bars and no, they don't. Okay, that's tragic. Okay, I kind of want to use some copper because I think that could look pretty cool. Alright, I think what I might do, I might just first actually get in a little decking, like framework, and I think that's what we'll go off of. Alright, so we've got this, but now what I want to go ahead and do is start putting in just some oak planks like this. It's going to be a bit kind of, I want it to almost look, not run down, but kind of look a bit weathered, like it's actually been used by Fishman. I don't want it to look like it's really fresh and new. Okay, so this is the kind of base I'm going to go off. I might even make it just go out a bit more here. But what I want to do now is start adding in some little bits of stripped oak logs as well as these planks to make it look like it's actually been walked on. Alright, and then I'll strip them just like that to add a bit of more texture to the build. Alright, and then what I want to do is start going in and putting in some of these oak stairs. Now, you might be wondering, what am I using oak stairs for? Well, if we go ahead and start doing this and we put in some like little bits like this, especially near the water lines, we can kind of make it look like there's like little chips in the timber, especially in some spots like the edges here. Because what I can do now is we have a water bucket and we can actually waterlog some of these and make it look like the water's seeped into some bits, which I really like. I think I might do one like right here as well. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. That's looking all right for now. Now I want to start adding in just some little fences and stuff, like for the entrance. Start putting some like more stuff down here. I think I'm going to put some things like a composter there. Obviously we need the crafting table, but I'll put that like there-ish. With a little chest right there. And I also want to start adding in some like little path blocks if that's possible. To make it obviously look like, you know, where people have been walking through here. Okay, that's so far looking pretty good. I'm happy with how this is looking so far. Then I'll start adding in some of these little copper bits. Just finding a place to use them is like the hard part. You know, what we could do is actually put them in the water like this, as if they're like little, what are those things called? You know, they like tie them onto the boat, like tie the ends onto the boats. I think I might do something like this, and then as they weather as well, they'll look even better. Alright, I'm liking that so far. We also need to get ourselves a lantern, so I think I might do something like that here. We obviously cannot forget also adding in some little leaves and stuff here, especially on the sand, because you don't really see too much leaves on sand and stuff like that. I think that's pretty nice. Alright, we'll quickly head off to bed and then we'll continue going on in the morning. Alright, now everyone, just when I've gone out, I just realized we have a major problem, and that is food. I have not been managing my food at all so far, so we are actually kind of in the dirt here. I didn't even think about that. Next episode, we are definitely going to have to start working on some farms, because I'm going to die. Honestly, that is going to be my biggest problem in this world, is food, and food is always the biggest pain known to mankind. Oh my god, this looks so good though. Honestly, I cannot get over on how cool this seed is. This seed is so awesome. Why is my render? I just realized my render distance is really low, but still, cool this seed is. We have the best world. Imagine building something over there. I didn't even notice that little Birch Valley thing over there. That's so cool. We legitimately, everyone, have one of the coolest seeds I've seen in a long time. So I'm so happy with this world. And I just can't wait to like keep doing stuff. And remember, comment down below, everyone. I want this to be as interactive as possible. So if you have any ideas, suggestions like that for builds and whatnot, please do go ahead and do it. I cannot wait, everyone, to go out and go do some treasure hunting. Because one thing that I've been kind of blinded to in Minecraft is that I've always been kind of stuck to that traditional mechanics of get iron ore, you know, go through the traditional way of getting new tools, but I failed to realize that in new Minecraft there is so much new content that I just have not really pondered into, and I feel like doing some treasure hunting, getting some basic stuff really early on will be really beneficial. Getting like, you know, iron and stuff like that way will be much more fun as well. So make sure to stay tuned for that, everyone. Oh my god, there's turtles living on my beach. That's actually awesome. Also, that dock so far, everybody, is looking really, really nice. I'm really liking that so far. That is looking really bloody nice. We have got so much more decorative blocks, so let's quickly go ahead and start plopping some of these down. First thing I want to do is start getting rid of some of this sand and putting in some more dirt and like path blocks and stuff like that. Alright, we'll start putting in some path in here. This is looking really good, okay. My iron shovel broke! No! We actually broke our iron shovel! Oh no, that's so sad. Alright, let's use a stone one for now until I make my iron one, but this is looking pretty good. I'm happy with this so far. Now though, what I want to do, we have ourselves some pots, and I'll start putting some of these pots throughout. Just as like little things like souvenirs and whatnot people have brought in. I think that should look pretty cool. We also have this like little copper trapdoor there. I think that's looking pretty nice there. We also got some signs, and I think I want to put some of these signs, some of these on the front here, which I think will look really nice. How do we place two signs? That's tragic. Yeah, I'm liking that. That looks really nice. Okay, we've got some more chests as well, so we'll pop some of these down like there. We obviously need to go ahead as well and get ourselves a lantern in there, because that is practically our sole lighting for the entire build. We might even put another one like right there as well. Yeah, it's looking pretty cool. We also have ourselves a rose bush, so I might put that somewhere. And another thing is we have some pumpkins, so I might put some of these throughout. We also got some shears, so I'll shear them. Got ourselves some nice little carved pumpkins. Put another one like... That's looking pretty good. I don't want it to be too cluttered, but I think that's enough. I think that's definitely enough stuff. It kind of adds enough detail where you can look around and still find new things. That's what I like. And we can also probably use some of these copper bars for torch holders. Alright, now everyone, the final thing that I want to go ahead and do is make ourselves a really little tree. Now, I have never really done custom trees before, so this is going to be really interesting. I've never really explored the art of custom trees, so it's going to be something just like this, and it's going to have just like a few little branches going off it. Just like one there. And then we're going to use a mixture of birch and oak leaves. So I'm kind of just going to just block spam a bit and just kind of just try to make a shape. I want it to be like a really kind of like pointed tree. I may have to get rid of this bush here though, and like make it, maybe move it here. But I don't want it to be blocky though. That's the one thing I don't want it to be, is blocky. Oh my god, you can tell I am like so inexperienced when it comes to building trees in this game. Alright, but moment of truth, everyone, let's see what this looks like. Alright, now I know it needs some work, but I'm happy with my first tree of the world. So let's quickly, guys, if you're walking up, going through the pathway, and I am pretty happy with that. And it looks like this guy's pretty happy with it too. What's up, mate? This is honestly, everyone, a really bloody nice dock. I am so happy with how this looks. But we need to actually go ahead and make a boat, I just realized. So let's quickly go ahead and make a boat, and then we can finally go out and start getting some good stuff. Alright, everyone, we got the boat. Now let's finally go out and get ourselves some bloody good stuff. Everyone, this new build style that I'm trying out is just so fun. Like, having these new cool builds is just so fun to do. But first off, let's check out, everyone, and see this. It's bloody raining. Are you joking? I also should probably jump up my own distance for this. Alright, let's have a quick little look, though. What do we have in here? Is there any chests in here or no? Alright, we need to look out for some shipwrecks. So I wonder, is there any in this little harbor here? Because we got spawn is literally, everyone, right there. Like, so we're pretty close to spawn. So I wonder if shipwrecks generate this close to spawn. I'm surely they would, right? Tell you what, this rain is definitely making it harder to see, though. Oh, look at this. We've got like a real little shallow reef here. This is nice. Oh, the Nautilus. That's cool. We definitely need to get a Nautilus soon enough, everyone. That would be so fun to go around on. Okay, I did not realize everyone shipwrecks are this red. What the hell's going on? Aren't these things like everywhere normally? Why can I just not find any? Why do I feel like I've definitely passed like a ton of shipwrecks and I just haven't realized? Oh, is that a ruin portal? Oh, we found ourselves a ruin portal. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's a very good start. Okay, ruin portal, what do you have for me, buddy? Alright, what do we have? 2 lodestones. That's interesting. A smart 2 sword, a golden hoe. Oh, very good thing. Some flint and some gold boots. I will take that. Wait, my boat got abducted by the magma. Hold up. Also, everyone, look at this enchantment. Protection 4, feather falling 4. Oh my god. Okay, now we're finding some big stuff. Look at that. There's a bloody ocean monument. We're not going there because I think that's way too hard so far. Looks like we've got a ruin here as well. We can go get that. What's a sandstone ruin? This is interesting. I don't think there's anything here. God damn it. Oh, a suspicious stand. That's good to know. Alright, once we get a brush, that could be really cool to do some archaeology stuff. Are shipwrecks just like impossible to find now? I swear these things were literally everywhere. Last time I checked. There's amethyst geodes. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm gonna get amethyst yet though. That's kind of a trek. I think what was happening though, I think I was in the wrong biome, but there's a lot of amethyst geodes. So I'm guessing maybe this ocean biome is the one that I need to do. Wow, this is so cool. We're actually out in the open ocean. This is really interesting. Alright, anything at all? No, it's more suspicious stand. Bloody hell, we need a brush. Next time we do this, we definitely need a brush. This music is actually really cool, I gotta admit. This is some really cool music. There's another sea temple. And we're finding so many bloody sea temples, but nothing shipwrecks. Alright, we got another little ruin right here. Let's see what's down here. Anything, please don't be just suspicious. Ah, I can't even say it. Is there, oh my god, it's just suspicious down. We're getting so unlucky, lads. We are actually getting so unlucky. Also, can I say, this is the coolest bloody ocean I've ever seen in my life. But yet I can't find a shipwreck. I know stuff that I'm searching up a tutorial. This is a joke. Okay, so after some research, lads, I just found out, apparently they only spawn in beach biomes and ocean biomes. So I think this is classified as an ocean biome, but we're still not found. So I'm guessing I'm going to try to go along some coastlines now and see if I can get any better luck there. Oh, we actually do know what. It looks like we have actually right here a village, which is not what I'm looking for, but I'll definitely go take a look at. I might take actually a sapling too, because we might actually end up using some of this acacia wood. Alright, let's have ourselves a little peek. We can actually go to bed as well if we could do that. And I'll always take this red bed as well because red beds are pretty nice. A bundle could also come in handy. Oh, and we got ourselves some saplings. There we go. Don't have to go get some. Now, I don't usually take too much stuff from villages, but in this case, I think I might take a bit. Oh, what's up, mate? We have ourselves an armor. I'll take the blast furnace and this terracotta piece. That could look really nice in a build. In here, we got some bookshelves. Oh my god, that is actually amazing, lads. I won't take the lectern though, because I feel like a bit slack. I feel like that's a bit too slack. And we can go ahead and actually use this golden hoe we got on some of these hay bales. Hold on! Oh my god, everybody, we are so lucky. Check this out, we got a mangrove swamp and a jungle. This is just across the water. We have direct access, everyone, to these biomes. Lads, this seed is getting better and better. I gotta admit, this world is getting better and bloody better. This is looking so good. We have access to so many new blocks now, and that means we connect to a desert and maybe a badlands. Also some of these banners, even though I think it's just, I'm not really gonna use them. I think they'd be cool to have. I mean, at least we're sticking to the whole pirate theme. I mean, we're raiding villages and pillaging everything they have. And a brewing stand. Not that we can even use it yet, but that's really cool to have. Alright, with that said though, let's continue the hunt, everybody, to find ourselves some nice bloody shipwrecks. It's not raining anymore, so I'm guessing we're going to have a lot clearer view of the ocean. So that said, let's get to work. Alright, off to adventure. Alright, I mean, apparently in this world though, everyone, apparently there's just really good ship captains, because it doesn't seem like anyone crashes, in my opinion, because from what I can see, it doesn't look like anyone... We found one! We found one! Oh my god, as I'm talking about with bloody the ship captain thing, we found one. We found our first shipwreck. Let's go! Alright, let's hopefully this has some good stuff. Honestly, what I'm looking for mainly is a treasure map. That's what I'm mainly looking for. And we got a treasure map, lovely. Now, does this have a captain's room, because I know that can have some iron and stuff. What do we have? Oh, we hit the jackpot. Oh my god. Lads, we have hit the jackpot. Emeralds for trading. We got some iron nuggets for lanterns and stuff. Oh, we're making big. Okay, let's find ourselves, though, this treasure map. This is where things start getting pretty fun. How are you meant to know what way is the way to go? I'm going to take a wild guess and say this is the direction I'm meant to go. Yes, it is. Okay, lovely. Oh, and look at that. We found ourselves a bamboo forest. I was literally saying this episode around how we needed scaffolding. I love this because I feel like I'm experiencing Minecraft in a way I haven't played in so long. You know, I never usually explore my Minecraft worlds because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's just like cheating, getting all this stuff, but it's actually really, really fun breaking up the monotonousy of my regular worlds. This is like so cool. Like I said, I don't see any other shipwrecks right now, but this is awesome so far. I'm getting treasure map. There's a lot of bamboo as well. And I think I know which way to get back. I have a pretty good idea, like sense of direction with this sort of stuff, so I think I should be alright when it comes to getting back to the actual house. I will quickly go ahead though and get some of this bamboo right here. Very useful. We can finally use scaffolding, which will help with building so much. Also have access to bamboo wood now, which is really cool. I've never really used that. Alright, looks like it's up on this thing. Now I know these, what's it called, maps, or treasure maps can be really difficult to like find what you want. So we're gonna have to probably dig around a bit. Please don't be too hard to find, because I'm terrible at finding these things. This might take a while, lads. I'm not gonna lie, this might take a while. Oh my god, who actually designed these? This is actually treacherous. No, my pickaxe. Okay, we're gonna have to make ourselves a quick new pickaxe. Oh! Oh my god, we have not, okay, no, we would not have found that. We would not have found that if I didn't mine that block. So it actually, okay, so it's above the sand. Okay, what has this got for us? Oh! Oh my god. Okay, no, this is actually amazing. Iron and our first diamond of the world. A heart of the sea, some TNT, a golden nautilus armor, some stuff like this. We got some food as well. I need food. Oh my god, this is awesome. Oh, lads, we're making big bucks. We are making big bloody bucks. Alright, let's continue. I want to try to find at least one more shipwreck, and then I think we should be sweet. Alright, let's see what we can get. There's 3 ruins here. It's a little, like, community. Oh, actually, just remember, too, we can actually go to bed. Alright, what do we have? Is this just a more suspicious stand? I think it's more suspicious. I can't say. Okay, I'll tell you what, everyone. This kelp is really not helping when it comes to finding this sort of stuff. Alright, we got some ruins here. Let's have a look and see what's in these ones. Oh, there's a cherry blossom biome. Oh my god, guys, we're getting every biome. We're actually getting every biome so close to home. Chest, an iron nautilus, and another treasure map. Oh my god, we found another treasure map. Okay. I think the problem is, guys, I don't think we're gonna have room for everything. Oh, there's some like suspicious sand, like gravel looks like in there. Alright, anything in here? Nope. Alright, let's go ahead though, everyone. Let's actually find this next treasure map. Alright, whereabouts? I'm guessing that's gonna be in this direction over here. Okay, I'm getting so confused of where I'm meant to be going right now. I am so lost. Wait, hold on. It's moving. Okay, hold on. Oh, mate, been a pirate for a day. It's pretty tiring, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, come on. I know you want to do it. I know you want me to just appear on this map right here. I'm gonna go around this corner, and I'm just gonna appear in 3, 2, 1. You know, I was a bit miscalculated, but it's right around here. I'm a psychic, I'm a professional pirate, I know what I'm doing. Alright, I only had to travel 1,000 blocks to find this. But I think because it's underwater, I don't have to go down as deep. So I think it's alright. Get away from me, you freaky fellas. Alright, if I'm gonna die at any point in this world, it's definitely here. Okay, supposedly, it looks like it's gonna be right here. Alright, it's gotta be somewhere around here. I found it! Oh my god, we found it. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, lads. Lads, we're rolling in it. Lads, we are rolling. My god, we have 3 diamonds. We just got our 3 diamonds. 2 hearts is TNT, a water breathing potions. Oh my god, lads, we are just be a pirate, everyone. Just be a pirate, steal from others. That is the best thing to do. Okay, let's get the hell home and put all this stuff away somewhere actually safe. Alright, lads, as we dock into our brand new dock. Oh my god, it's so nice here. It's actually so nice. I love this. Okay, let's quickly unload all of our stuff and look at the treasures that we have actually got. Alright, let's chuck away some of these blocks because we don't actually need the blocks in here. Alright, we'll put our iron pickaxe in there as well. So for the riches around, this is everything we got, which I think is very, very good. And I want to actually go ahead and take some of this stuff and I want to actually do something with it. I think, everyone, it is only right to put in our first treasure map right there and our first ever diamond of the world. We'll put that somewhere in the house as well, and I think we're going to do that one right there. Look at that, lads. Not only did it make the house cooler, but we also got so much new bloody stuff. This is so good. Honestly, this was a very successful episode. I want to say, everyone, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you had a great bloody day, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Good bloody bye.